It is my absolute pleasure to be joined today by author Lou G. Palmerio. She is the author of the newly released book, Mystic Bonds. And so tell us about this book.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So my first novel, it's about a young woman named Hannah who is getting over a breakup. Her ex-girlfriend was a little toxic, and so she's out there thinking, maybe it's time to find somebody new, and she runs into Aaron, and things are going well, but the fantasy side of the story is she is a mage. She has magic, right? The story uses the term mage because it's gender neutral. The witches and wizards of the world agreed that that's what they wanted to be called, and so and then Aaron is immortal, and so it's set in Philadelphia, and the really the challenge is they have feelings for each other that seem to be moving faster than what you'd normally expect. And so there's a little bit of magic involved in there, and a little bit of, meant to be soulmate energy going on. So they're trying to figure that out while also dealing with Hannah's ex-girlfriend, who's not the most stable. So that's the fun adventure that we deal with, and it takes place in Philadelphia. I grew up just outside of the city. My family's from there, and I wanted to have a fun fantasy around Philadelphia because it's such a fun city, and it's pretty historical for the U.S. at least.
Well,
So
of course,
to
yes.
me,
Yeah.
for me, it felt like a good site to have something, a little bit fun and a little bit less serious, because the history is so serious with Philadelphia, so it was fun to play around with that a little bit.
Well, this sounds like a fun book filled with so many different things. And so, what was your main point of inspiration for you for writing the story?
uh so the what I call the first draft of this was a fan fiction I wrote years ago, and I loved what I had done with those characters, and I basically wanted to challenge myself and said, could I recreate this dramatic slash romantic idea with my own characters, with their own kind of background and story, and so that's where the book came from.
Amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us today about this fun book, about you, about the book, about the message within the book? Any of those things you'd like to share?
It was fun to create a world that is bigger than like just magic, like we see with some other mainstream magical people, with maybe some with glasses. So it was fun to create a world that was just beyond those kind of characters, and create a world of immortals, and kind of just show the different ways that folks like that can seep into like our everyday, where you never know what the magic is that is around you, right? It could be the person that you work with, she owns an Etsy shop, right? So this idea that you know there's some magic out there in the world that we just may not be privy to is kind of fun, and it just kind of builds something in that story that I really like.
Well, I love that it feels like this book has multiple genres, multiple audiences it would be good for. We want to let everyone know that this book is available everywhere online books are sold. It's available on Amazon, online at Barnes and Noble, Reader House, Apple Books, all of those places. We recommend everyone pick up this book. And Lou, you have been an absolute delight to talk to. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much, appreciate it.